Everyone, welcome to Silverrun Forest. I have decided to jump on this map and start playing on it. And I know we're doing something a little bit different, harvesting crops first. Normally we jump right into the logging, but I wanted to try to establish somewhat of a farm, then move into logging for the winter. We're going to start by owning a couple fields here, and they are both ready to harvest. One is canola, the other one is oats, I believe. Yes. So the first task is obviously getting these fields cleared. We'll just sell all the crops because we don't have a silo. I started on the farm manager mode. I know some people want to see like survival mode or something else, but I wanted to be able to buy some of the logging equipment without feeling pressured by a huge loan or something else right away. Hopefully the audio is coming through alright. I had the music going as well as some other stuff. Trying to run my music a little bit louder on my headphones compared to what you are hearing. I want you to be able to hear the game as well as my voice alright. Bought this John Deere harvester. It's the smaller one, not the bigger one. And we also are starting with the Volvo tractor that comes with the Platinum DLC. I really like the look of that tractor. And we have a small trailer. Do have GPS on the save game. I don't have a lot of mods installed right now on it. We have almost, I think there's only the DLC the equipment mods added in. Otherwise we have a few script mods like the stock checker, universal auto load, because that will work with the logging. I'm not sure I'll use it. I might once we get into a little more heftier logging. I think a few other odds and ends, but no other equipment as of right now. Please let me know if the music's way too loud. We have one patch of forest that we own. I think our goal there is to be clearing those trees out and eventually turning them into fields. Like I said, I want to kind of establish a arable type farm first and foremost. Then we can work on a lot of our logging and other stuff over the winter. well as once we get it more established, we can start working on building a boat. And I think our first goal of the main things to build, obviously the roller coaster is a fun goal, but I want to build a boat first. That'll be the first goal we do with the productions and the logging when we get to it. With August and September, we'll probably be doing some harvesting, getting the fields prepped, ready for spring planting. Maybe some winter wheat. Then, once like October or November hits, we will get into probably the logging a little bit more detailed and try clearing out some of that patch we have. And once we get that clear, we'll plow it all up. I'm not running precision farming or anything. We do have seasons. It is normal economy. 1 day, month. We have obviously the 600,000 there, but that'll get chewed up pretty quick once we actually buy some logging trailer equipment, and we need pretty much everything for field work. All I have now is the harvester, the Volvo tractor, the trailer, and then that winch set up for the Volvo. And then obviously my chainsaw. Probably explore some of the contracts too. I did some videos on them, little short ones, but I want to get a little more work in on them. Not sure how the borrowed equipment works for some of them. If the rock breaking we can borrow equipment or not. I never actually checked into that. If you are watching and available, let me know how the audio and gameplay sound is coming through, if my voice is alright. I've been tweaking some of them settings a little bit and had some updates, so that always seems to mess with something. Our goal with this save is we're just gonna kind of play and just go with the flow most of the time. I do have, a few things like the boat or trying out a bunch of the different productions, but really this is just gonna be kind of us going with exploring the new platinum equipment, exploring the new map. And I don't want to rush it, but I also want to be able to play a little bit of it, so ideally the goal would be to establish a large farm. by cutting in fields where we can in the hills, through the trees, but also planting trees back as we are taking down forestry as well. Not getting as much yield as I thought we would, but this field was one of the preset fields beforehand, so I'm not sure if it had any weeds. One stage of fertilizer, and it needs lime, so probably got some penalties on it. Hopefully our other field will bring a little bit more in. I don't have the crop, what's it called? Crop swath or whatever enabled for canola, so be able to bale any straw on this one. The oats we can lay straw down, rent a baler. I'm not even sure you can sell the bales anywhere. Might have to stack them off to the side and then load in a mod that has like a multi-sell point or something, or a bale sell point. No, the stream was very last second. Didn't really announce it, didn't really publish it. Jumping our Volvo here. Like I said, I really like this tractor. It's one of the cool pieces I enjoy from the Platinum. There's a lot of nice equipment on the new DLC expansion pack. I thought this trailer kind of fit. Hopefully everybody's having a good holiday so far. I know we only got, what, week and a half, 2 weeks until, week and a half until Christmas. That's really close. Hopefully everyone's staying healthy. Hey Bruce, thanks for jumping in the stream. Hope you're doing well. Gotta look where we need to sell canola at because I have nowhere to store. Nowhere to store anything. I think the Silverrun, where's the Silverrun market? Right down the road. Hopefully the audio is good for you, Bruce. I was saying earlier I had some updates and some audio changes, so hopefully everything's coming through clear. I guess we'll risk crossing the tracks and pray the train doesn't hit us. A little bit soft on your laptop. Like my voice is too soft, or everything else is too soft? Overall sound is a bit quiet. Tweak that just a hair then. Not sure if that helped at all, if it's coming through any louder or not. I don't want to crank it way up. The only bad side of this Volvo is it is slow. Drives real slow. Spot on for laps. Alright, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Sure, you're trying to maybe catch up, not sure. But we have a few plots of land, 2 fields, and then 1 forestry plot. The goal is to eventually clear that forestry spot and cut in some fields. We want to build I guess an arable farm, you would say here. And I want to do a lot of the logging and such in the winter time. Once we get more established, we can do more like logging harvestry work, like extensive logging, once we have the larger equipment. But for now, we're going to start with some arable products and just kind of the simpler logging method. Going to buy some of the cheaper equipment, some of the smaller equipment, use it to transport, and eventually build a boat. Just started the save, so this is the month you start in August, like typical. We start on farm manager mode, so we had the 1.5 million. We do have the used sales vehicle mod where you can kind of expand the used vehicle store, so you're getting more used vehicles. I also have universal auto load, as well as like stock checker mods, some other basic mods. I don't have any other equipment installed yet, mods wise. We probably will eventually add in some equipment. I don't want to use as much of the Platinum DLC equipment as I can for any of the logging. I'll probably try to use their trailers, their trucks. I've heard the Volvo trucks sometimes are a little quirky. But like the loaders, the processors, all that. And then I do want to use the containers. I haven't played a lot on Silverrun Forest. This is honestly the first time I'm just kind of settling down and playing the map. I did mess around with some of the new contracts and a little bit of the other, kind of went through some of the equipment very quickly for some of my other videos when it first came out. But with just the way my schedule's been work-wise and then other stuff, I've just decided to slow down a bit. And now I'm finally getting around to actually playing it. I think the Platinum expansion, I know it's maybe getting burned out for some people. But I enjoy all the new stuff. I know trees and forestry work isn't really for everybody, but I think it's good for the game. Brings some diversity, brings a new brand, and a lot of the stuff they did on the map looks really nice. Silverrun crashes on you, so you gave up playing and started the new Ohio map. Yeah, the new Ohio map looks good. I want to get into a more, I play on Addingham Park, which is a UK map in the Western Wilds, but I want to find a US map that's a little more established and try to do some just normal arable farming as well as maybe some animal husbandry. That's too bad Silverrun crashes. I don't know if it's just a PC problem or, I don't know, maybe you're on console. I haven't had any issues with it so far, but like I said, I haven't played it a whole lot, honestly. Saw that Giants put out the year 2 pass with I think it's 4 packs plus another one, or is it 3 packs and a bonus pack? I forget all of it, but looked like they had a few teasers in there. I'm curious to see what they actually have planned. Seen quite a few good maps also coming out lately too. That Ohio map looks good. For PC, there's one, I'm probably gonna butcher the name, but it's like Chilliwack or Chilliwack in Canada. That one looks good. I think ArgZ just did a episode on it, as well as some of the other YouTubers have been doing videos on it. Maybe Farmer Klein is doing a multiplayer series. Yeah, I downloaded it, Bruce, but I haven't played it yet. I've been meaning to jump on and give it a look through, because it does look good from the map tours I've watched. There's also another map coming out that's an Irish map that is, I can't think of it, but the Farm Sim guy and Daggerwin just did videos on it 1 or 2 days ago, and that looks pretty good. Has some new animals on there. The animals, I think from Hoff Bergman, like Farmer Andy's animals. So we have calves, goats, I think ducks. I think there's a lot of exciting mods coming out, map-wise and other whatnot, for next year. Looks like a lot of modders have really started to establish, and a lot of people who have been working on long-term projects will be getting stuff out next year. So I'm excited for 2023 and what it will bring to Farming Simulator. I know UK maps aren't for everybody. Tend to have small roads, use small equipment. Fields are not generally large. Nothing like the US, or the US I'm used to. Where I'm at, it's flat fields, corn and soybeans. What we see year round. Also a lot of cows. Some dairy farming, as well as a lot of just beef stock. Big equipment don't even fit in the fields on the small farm I was on. And had some hogs too. Alright. Yeah, I guess around here I'm used to big open fields, but I know there is some areas where either have some hills where it's a little difficult or a lot more trees. Used to have family in Missouri, but that was when I was young. Haven't really been there in quite some time. One animal I haven't really messed with on Farming Simulator is hogs or pigs. I've done cows and sheep mostly. Haven't really messed with horses or pigs. Done also some chickens. I don't own any farmland myself personally. Alice Chalmers, huh? Beats 6006. Don't think I'm familiar with the second one there. The Alice Chalmers though, I would recognize that. Check something real quick. Off the road. Just wanted to make sure Nightbot was actually working for the stream. I do have a Discord if you are on Discord. Don't feel obligated to join, but just so you know. Hogs are good on FS22 now with the new animal mod. Is that the new like Maze Plus animal mod? Like the animal food editions and all that? I'm using Maze Plus on my Addingham Park save, and I haven't tried out hogs on there, but I was hoping to maybe eventually get around to all the animals. Hey, Gaming Joy, thank you for joining in. Oh, I'm driving through all my crop. That's how you finished your 5th stream of No Man's Land, Gaming Joy, or Josh. And it went well, so that's good. Starting off real simple here on Silverrun Forest. Just harvesting a couple fields. Then we'll probably lease a baler for the oat field to get the straw. I don't know if there's even a place to sell straw. Market. So we should be able to sell it at the market. I am Gaming Joy. when I started up, I wanted to start with just harvesting the fields. Whoa, let's get wild. While we had them. Then the goal is to, once winter hits and everything, to work on clearing out some of the lower flatlands and build some fields. We'll get there eventually. The train. I have enough money, I think. And I mean, the fields won't take too long. We have enough money, we can buy a few pieces of equipment. I want to get into using some of the loaders and yarders and containers. That'll probably be this winter. If we have to pull a loan to get some bigger equipment, we will. But I wanted to establish just some fields, do some field work as well. I've also just kind of wanted to just play kind of casual, do some arable farming, and I thought I would try it on here instead of starting up somewhere totally different. When you're limited on time, it's hard to keep track of all the save games. You start to lose focus. Yeah, I know, especially if it's been like over a week or two. I've been pretty busy with work and other just family and holiday things going on, so I jumped back into Addingham Park and I hadn't been playing on it for, I don't know, it's quite some time. And yeah, it took me a while to get my feet back under me and know all the Maze Plus stuff and remember it all. And I've been wanting to play on Silverrun Forest, but I've also just been wanting to kind of harvest some fields, so when I spawned in and saw both these fields were ready, I just said, we'll do it. Definitely hard to stick to a save game though when you see all these nice new maps showing up or getting previews for them. I know Bruce was talking about he was on the Ohio map that came out recently, and that Chilliwack, I don't know how to say the name, the Canadian map, the British Columbia map, I think. That one looks really good from what I've seen. I think Farmer Klein's doing his multiplayer series on there. And And then I know Argsy just did a video on it, released I think today or yesterday maybe. Why do you feel bad about jumping maps? Because for like yourself or for like your viewers? Oh, you're talking running out of save slots. You could always just put them all in another folder and then swap them in and out as you need to. Do you like the forestry part of it, Bruce, or you just like the map in general the way it looks? I know you got 20 different saves or even more with all those mods. You're gonna have an insane amount of storage. No, it's hard because for me, being I know I'm only, what, 400 or so subscribers, but I want to make sure I'm doing content that I'm staying a little bit more consistent so people, can follow along, but you also need to just play the game to have fun and relax, and that's kind of what I want to do here, just relax, have fun, play the game kind of my way, my style, and hopefully some people can join along. Bruce, I see. Yeah, no doubt this map is great for logging, especially with just all the new equipment, the style, the trees, the layout. Why did your game keeps crashing? Have you tried like checking the logs and stuff, or do you just think your PC's not up to par? 5 saves for testing mods. Yeah, I know you do a lot of mod testing and even editing and whatnot, so I know, I'm sure you have a lot going on there, Josh. Most of my save games are just to fly around various maps, intentionally avoiding farming. Really wanted to push yourself with the logging skills, huh? Yeah, you might just have a script mod or something interfering, Bruce. I know not all mods are updated for the 1.8 or whatever, as well as the Platinum. Especially with like the new contracts and the tree types, sometimes stuff acts up weird with them. Yeah, I'm hoping once winter hits, I'll be able to grab either lease some equipment or get some equipment, and that way I can get some practice with the logging equipment as well. I know I was watching, who was I watching? Sim Farmer the other day. I was watching either one of his videos or a live stream, I'm not sure. He's doing a series on Silverrun. And it was kind of interesting. He had like a line of trees that he had planted, but then he left space between them to run field rows down. And I think he planted poplar in it. Maybe sugarcane. No, I think it was poplar. He was gonna do wood chips. But it was kind of a cool concept. Yeah, Bruce, I would say also, I would second what Gaming Joy said. For every save game I have a separate folder with my mods in it for that save game. That way I'm not using the main mods folder, and I'm not loading in hundreds of mods every single game that I'm not going to be using. Like I said, on this one I have a mods folder, but I only have a handful of mods so far on it. And I did a little bit of testing because I knew like what did I do? What was I saying? I knew like Better Contracts had a problem with the new contracts they implemented and the equipment, I believe. Rose at 90 degrees, space nice. I really haven't done a whole lot of the tree planting. I was gonna actually use this and make it straw. But I wanted to try out the new planter as well. Kind of looks interesting. Yeah, Bruce, if you have Better Contracts on, another way to check your stuff is called the log file. Inside where your save game is, your farming simulators folder or file for your game, there is a log text file in there. You can delete that, then load up Silverrun, and that log file should pop back up and any errors will be in there. You can also use the in-game console, which is the tilde key. And if you see any errors, they'll pop up usually in red. But I know Better Contracts was giving me some Lua errors and causing the game to freeze up on me. So I took it out right away. Yeah, I haven't checked. I would check Better Contracts GitHub page if you can. They might have an update for the new Silverrun. I haven't checked it though, so I'm not sure. But if you're having problems like that, Bruce, where game's crashing, your best bet is to boot up the save with no mods on it. Then, if you can't find it with an error or whatnot, boot up the save with no mods on it, then load in like say 5 mods at a time. I know it's time consuming, but you can load in like 5 mods at a time, and if you see issues then, or no errors or issues pop up, then you can load up another 5 and so on, and then if something pops up then you know it's within those 5 or whatever you added. But a lot of times the log will give you like an error or a Lua error. No problem, Bruce. And I don't know if you're on Discord, but feel free to join my Discord, or there's a lot of other great Discords out there from content creators, and even Gaming Joy's Discord, and they're extremely helpful. I've been helped by many other people in the farming sim community that have fixed errors and problems for me too. Gaming Joy's much smarter at it than me. He knows a lot more about editing XMLs and tweaking mods and whatnot, and reading the log files. And if you are joining in or sitting there, please remember to like the video if you enjoy it. Helps me out, helps the channel out. I've been doing more live streams. I think the No Man's Land live streams really kind of brought me out of the more nervous zone. Much more comfortable now. I'm enjoying the live streams, even though they're late, kind of sporadic. Something about it's a little easier, just kind of can go with the flow. I think this field's a little smaller than the other one. Might get through it pretty quick. Probably only going to go about another hour. Then it starts to get a little late. Of course, Bruce, no problem. Yeah, if you need help on anything, feel free to reach out on Discord or even in the YouTube comments, and I'll try to get back to you. And if I can't figure it out, then I'll call upon Gaming Joy and some others. Pollution Squad. Yeah. Between Gaming Joy, Mark Thor, and everyone else. No, Bruce, I'll say one thing that I love about Farming Simulator is the community. I seem to get a much more pleasant vibe, I guess, from them. Most players and other content creators I've talked to have all been very helpful. And a lot of them want to try to help others fix any problems or to enjoy the game more. It's not without its drama, but it's been pretty nice. It's one of the better communities I would say out there for being helpful. I'm gonna have to empty the trailer because I got canola in it right now. And I'm sure the price of oats is not great either. All we have for equipment right now is that Volvo, the trailer, this harvester, and then I bought this as well, the little winch pack with the blade on it. This thing's really nice. The winches in the new Platinum are awesome. I think my favorite things so far have been the winches and the yarders. I might buy the smaller yarder and see if I can set it up on the hill somewhere and do some of that. Our 22-mile-per-hour tractor here. (2009, 2010). Wow. I started playing on FS19, so just a couple years ago. And I started playing I had my PS4 my PlayStation 4. And I got addicted, and since then I played a lot of Farming Simulator, and I've also built myself a PC to play on, and now I enjoy playing a lot of different simulators as well as some sports games. I should probably download the auto drive network for this map, huh? Make life a little easier. PD for $5. Pretty crazy how far it's come, huh? I know I got spoiled with FS19. I never had to play the older games where you didn't have as much equipment or you weren't dealing with as nice crops and everything. Yeah, that's what I'm excited for, what they have planned for year 2, as well as just the next game in general. I hope they continue to really try to grow the game and not settle. I want them to just keep pushing the limits. Not that they're pushing limits now, but I want them to keep trying to push the limits. Push for a new engine, or at least a new rebuild or an edited version of the engine. Get some cool stuff out there. You already bought the year 2 pass. Well, that's nice. I'm holding off right now. I'll probably end up buying it, but I'll kind of wait to see what the first one looks like. Forgot I had super speed on. I wish they would do, instead of like kind of the teaser pictures and stuff, I wish they would do a little bit more of like a roadmap. I understand they don't want to give everything away right at the beginning of the year, but it'd be nice to have like kind of a year 2 roadmap where they can say in the spring we're gonna have maybe this type of crop or a new crop, this, and year 2. I know they kind of, the pictures and a little bit of the wording showed it off, but not a lot. Yeah, like I said, Game & Joy, I'll end up buying it. I just haven't got around to it really yet. I agree. It'll probably be, we'll see some new equipment, maybe some new crops. But hopefully, I mean, even if they do end the year with a nice gameplay changes, that'd be nice. I know for like year 1 they had the kind of like the olives and grapes pack, I forget the name of it, but I don't think it really added any gameplay features much. Then they did the Kubota, the Kubota DLC, and that added like passengers. Not that that was a lot. Then the Vermeer was kind of a filler one as well. Nothing real gameplay wise was changed. And then they did the Platinum, where they added in some of the new trees, the new physics, some of the new contracts. They talked a lot about the map design and all that. I forgot pumps and hoses, but that wasn't part of the pass. That was a separate DLC. I do too. I like the first pack, I guess, like the rope. I can't think of the name of it. It starts with an R. It has this O and a C in it. Obviously wasn't really for me. I haven't done a whole lot of grapes or olives. I really should try it out because it's kind of a new thing for FS22. But I really like the Kubota pack. I like the Vermeer pack, and I like this Platinum DLC as well. So I definitely think it was worth it. Not everybody was a big fan of the Kubota or Vermeer pack. But being from the US, I kind of enjoy seeing some of that equipment. I know, Farming Simulator has really grown content creation. I think COVID really jump-started it a bit too. Because I started playing when COVID hit. I was still working and all that, but I was no longer going into school or anything. Well, not school, but trade school. I was doing at-home stuff. And couldn't really go out and do anything, so I ended up playing a ton of Farming Simulator. And then I ended up watching all these YouTubers making content. A little early. FS has been my primary game for a while now. I do play other games with my brothers. I'll play Madden games. We enjoy playing football, and we play fantasy football throughout the year. Then we also will play. It's been a while, but we'll play sometimes like Call of Duty or other shooters. But I don't put a ton of hours into them. I have enjoyed racing games like F1 and Rally. And then I've downloaded games like American Truck Simulator. I've played it just a little bit, but not very much at all. It's hard because you don't have a lot of time. You get into one game and you just kind of, it's easy. Farming Simulator, you can come home, relax, and play. Like you said, Bruce, kind of keeps your mind going, makes you think about things, and then it's also nice because it's not like you're pressured into something fast-paced or crazy. You can take your time. You can make it fast if you want, but you can take your time. You can kind of do whatever you want. They have the settings to make it easy if you want to turn off seasons or make it only one type of month all the time. I get that, Bruce. Sometimes you play a game where it's fast-paced or high speed, you start to feel exhausted, or you just can't keep up. That's why I play with my brothers, because then we're all pretty even. I don't play with anybody else online. Gaming Joy just started. Yeah, he just started playing last year. And Gaming Joy has a channel as well. He streams every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central Time, so 6 o'clock Pacific Time. I get that, Josh, because sometimes you get. I'm pretty competitive as well, so if I get into games like that, then I start getting so frustrated if I lose or do terrible, and the older I've gotten, the worse I've gotten at FPS games. F1 will do that with me, where I started to get decent at it, and then I won't play it for a while, and then I'll come back and have all my like settings will be up, and then I'll crash the car into the wall like 10 straight times, and then I realize I need to just slow down. Yep, like I said, most of the time if I'm playing a fast-paced either shooter or sports or anything, it's with my brothers. An occasional old online friend. That's right, Bruce. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's right. Farming Simulator is just easy to play. Come home from work, settle down for the night, and just relax, listen to music. You don't have to worry about hearing every single sound or footsteps or whatnot. You can just run the combine, you can mow the grass. Cutting trees down's a little more takes a little more work, but field work's always nice. You can kind of just relax, especially if you have like GPS or course play set up. I used to pretty much only play shooting games when I was younger. Now I enjoy playing a lot of different games. Having a PC has also really helped. I was a Call of Duty, OG Call of Duty, pretty much all the way through. Then in the last, I don't know what it is, 5 years or so, dropped way off. Started playing a bunch of Battlefield and other games. Never had an Xbox, so I never did Halo. Yeah, I did a lot of the multiplayer. That was kind of my exciting thing. I did a bunch of multiplayer. And then they started doing all the, I don't know, loot boxes and battle passes and whatnot. They no longer do like DLC in the COD games. It's just you have to buy the season, whatever, the battle season or the season, whatever it is, past season 1, season 2, season 3. And they bank on you buying all their little packs and whatnot. End up drinking beer and talking about work. Don't want to be talking about work outside of work, that's for sure. When I come home and play Farming Simulator, I don't want to play it to get away from work. And then I do the live stream so I can chat to other people who like Farming Simulator. If you're there, Gaming Joy, do you watch, I know you watch a lot of Farmer Klein stuff. Do you watch his Forza videos as well? Had some interesting people in other countries that play the game. Yeah, there is a lot of people from different countries playing this game. I know it has a very heavy presence in Europe and the UK. I think one of my favorite YouTubers is Scroft, who's a UK YouTuber, does a lot of UK videos. On Calmston, does a ton of videos on Calmston Farm. Has a really great roleplay. Then I enjoy content from the Farm Sim guy, and then like Argsy, I believe, is in, I'm not sure, is he Australia? And Farmer Klein does a lot of nice stuff. And there's obviously some of the bigger names like Daggerwin. I was gonna say Gaming Joy. I don't know. It seems weird. Like, some people probably enjoy it, but I wonder if he like has a big. I don't know. I guess he just does it to do it. I would have no interest in watching his Forza content either. I've watched some of the American Truck Simulator stuff, but not a lot. Mr. Sealy P is awesome. When I first started, because I was playing on console at PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, I watched Mr. Sealy P. He was my number one because I knew everything he did I could do because he had a console. Any mods he had or anything he tried to do, I knew I would be able to replicate it or find it. For console content, I think he's probably one of the top. And then I think Driver 53 is also a console player. Yeah, I get it, Game Joy. Like, obviously he enjoys it, so, I mean, gaming is to have fun, not worry about what you're doing necessarily. And you don't want to get, if he needs to playing other games to keep it up and keep excited in it, it's totally fine. I don't really enjoy those videos, I guess. He does really good. I like his map tours. He does really good map tours. Very just kind of to the point, basic, simple. Doesn't really beat around the bush. I don't think I've played any of the Forza games. That was always a Microsoft game, right? Like an Xbox. I don't think any of them were on PlayStation. There's Nightbot. Only took most of the stream to get to there. Gran Turismo is PlayStation. I played quite a bit of Gran Turismo growing up. I haven't played the new ones though. Assassin's Creed, I love those. I played probably the first 4 or 5 100%. And then after that, other games and lack of time and interest, I just ended up not playing the other ones. Played a little bit of Origins, I think, which is one of the newer ones, but I haven't touched Valhalla, and I own it. But the first 2 Assassin's Creeds were like my favorite, one of my favorite games, probably. Yeah, I played, I think, Gran Turismo on PS2 and PS3. I think they had a version on there. Then I heard the latest one that came out, I haven't played at all, but I've heard they had some issues with it. Once you get into like a PC gaming, you kinda can just download other racing games or mods and whatnot and play depending on how realistic and whatnot you want to play. We'll play baseball. Weird thinking of the old game. I mean, old games for me that I used to play. Played a lot of PS2. I don't remember a lot of PS1. I don't know if we really owned one until later in the years. I remember playing like a bunch of like Twisted Metal. And then I used to play a ton of Nintendo 64. The Golden Eye, and then Perfect Dark. And then obviously Smash Bros. Mario Kart competitions. I remember having the original, what was it, the Duck Hunt game on the original Nintendo. "19-inch color TV." It's pretty insane how far they've come in the last 20, 30 years. The last 20 years, I guess. I remember like a 32-inch HD TV, like a 720p was, like $600 or something. $700. Now you can buy a 32-inch 720 for probably like $100. Probably find them on sale for less. You're starting to date yourself a bit there, Bruce. NK. I couldn't imagine. I think I spent like $200 to $300 on our TVs. But I do really want an OLED TV. No HDMI. Is that like the old plasma where it's like the huge box looking one? I know my cousin used to have a big, like, I don't know what it seemed so big because I was little, but thing weighed like 1,000 pounds. Looked like a giant bookcase almost. The old, what is it, the VCA cords? Is that what they are? Mysterious ghost. about that. DVI, that's right. Gonna lag a bit. I haven't actually looked at the inside of this tractor. It's a frame drop. Pretty basic. I feel like it's been so long since I've messed with any of those type of cables. Most of that was when I was younger. Now it seems like everything's the norm of HDMI or DisplayPort. Yeah, HDMI has kind of definitely made everything a little easier. I think this is the store, right? Yeah, here we go. I don't want to buy a baler even if there is one in here. I think we'll just lease a baler. I don't have it. Like I said, I don't have really any mods installed. Probably just run. I guess I gotta see how big my tractor is. 140 horse. We'll have to find a. Smaller baler. What's the Vermeer? 100. Maybe we'll run the Vermeer one. Alright, Gaming Joy, sounds good. Thank you for joining on the stream. I appreciate it. It's always nice having someone jumping in to chat with. I'll try to catch your next stream. I assume you're back on your regular schedule of Wednesdays, so I'll try to catch that one next week. And if I don't catch you, have a Merry Christmas. Gotta have the store deliveries mod on here, and I'd probably deliver it all the way to the other side. Yep, there it is over there across the field. good. Have a good night. Kind of hoping we could maybe do a square baler, but our horsepower wasn't going to be good enough, so we'll have to go with this one. Probably get the straw, work on getting the straw baled up here. Doesn't look like it'll take too long. We'll be getting close to wrapping up the stream. Around 10 o'clock is when I want to end it, just because it starts to get late. 10 o'clock for me anyway. Starting to get a little late. Still got work tomorrow. We'll see how big I'm making the bales now. Let's change them. Let's make them, might as well make them 180s. We're just selling them, make them smaller or larger, easier to get around. Only 145. Oh, dang. Alright, sounds good, Bruce. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. And of course, no problem. Anytime. Like I said in the Discord, feel free to ask questions if you have any. Or just chat about Farm Sim. No problem. But thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for chatting. I appreciate it. Like I said, it really makes the streams much more enjoyable having somebody to discuss stuff about. So, have a good night. Work on finishing the straw, then maybe do a little bit of a just flyover, show off kind of what our goal is for the plot of land we have. I haven't looked at it too much in detail, but we'll see what it looks like. I know there's some, it's a little bit flatter there on the lower side of the hills, so Mark Thor, I just saw your message on Discord. Thank you for dropping in and giving it a like. I know it's really late for you. Probably gonna go through. I kind of did this a little bit last minute, so I didn't really go through a bunch of mods because I knew we weren't gonna be doing a lot of other stuff. But probably go through and find some mods I want to add in, like maybe some farming equipment, arable equipment. Add those in. Probably not going to use a regular moldboard plow for the fields. I'll use like a subsoiler. And I want to add in some trailers that are nice looking, as well as maybe just a few other odds and ends, quality of life mods. I'll probably add in auto drive. I think I've seen some auto drive courses by people such as Auto Drive Guy, maybe Farmer Ed. That'll make it easier when we're doing harvesting or if we're doing log transport. Because once you start doing the trees, it gets cutting down and doing trees properly takes a lot of time, so it's just more time consumption. You can't just set like a course play and go at it. So that makes it easier if you have an auto drive course set up. Our harvester off the field. Nice shot, huh? I don't think having course play on the save would be really beneficial, considering we don't really have many fields yet. Maybe look into some other forestry mods, see if there's a quality life ones out there for that. Only a few minutes left here, and then we're going to be calling it a night. Probably just finish the bales another night. I don't know if it'll be on the stream or not. We might just take care of it, get them over to the sell point, and then work on. I know we're going to have a lot of field prep. I think we need plowing, liming, fertilizer states, or pretty much both our fields. And we also need to take a look at our forestry plot and see what we need to do for clearing out trees and starting over there. Which maybe after this bale, finish this bale here, we'll jump into flight mode or zoom over there and check it out. We own, see here, 36, so it's pretty good size. I think this might be, no, this is the starting plot right there. I think you own this, that, I'm not sure what else on the new farmer mode. So we have pretty much to the little waterways there and then the large pond. We have all of this by the train tracks. Let's jump into just flight mode real quick. We probably won't, I don't think we'll do anything along the water's edge here, along the property line. We'll probably eventually buy this plot here, turn it into a field. But you see a lot of this is, it's not too hilly. We got some hills here, but like in here we got a lot of flat. So we can start clearing out these patches of trees and start actually cutting in some fields. We'll probably have to get the rock breaker. I'm not sure if we'll be able to take these rocks out or not. I think so. Probably have to lease that, or if we do a contract with the rock breaker, we could come in and clear out some of the rock. We have all these tiny trees being made. Almost looks like a clear path, like they cut out this area. Anyway, so if we cleared out all these trees, we could have actually quite a large field down here. That'd be pretty much flat. Once this whole plot we could turn into fields right along the pond there in the stream. So that won't be a bad idea. We'll, once we get into, let's turn off flight mode now. Once we get kind of into maybe October, November, December, you know, the winter months, late fall and winter months, we'll start clearing out all these trees. That way we can build a field in here. But if we look at our fields, we need plowing. They both need lime. They have 0 fertilizer because we just harvested them. So we're gonna have to probably next episode plow, lime, then maybe get some winter wheat in. After that, we will work on clearing all these trees out. But just got hit by the train. Let's head back over to our tractor. Pretty much just gonna sell all these bales because we have no use for them. I don't plan on doing any animals on the map. Probably turn that little corner patch where I have the trailer between the two fields, maybe into kind of our small farm area. I might build a house there and maybe look at some silo mods for eventually storing crop, maybe a shed to put some of the equipment in. Maybe instead of turning that other forestry plot into full-on field, we'll make a section of it for kind of our logging headquarters. So that'll be an area where we can set up sheds and transport so we can get logs loaded up or moved around. Maybe get our containers stashed there. I think we're going to be calling this a stream, everybody. We'll wrap this up, we'll get the bales sold, and the next one you'll probably be seeing me maybe doing a little bit of field work, or maybe I'll just time lapse that, throw it on a video, and then we'll go from there. But that's going to do it for the stream. We are going to finish this bale here, save the game, and be calling it a night. So, thank you all for joining in. I appreciate it. If you did like the video or enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Consider subscribing. There's my Discord right there. And I will catch you all on the next one.